Hey YouTube, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. Um, so I'm gonna start off with this warning, and this is a warning for all the simps and whores and women that mean any kind of malintent to the black community as a whole, uh, and primarily to black men specifically. Now, to the good women out there, y'all have been silent too long and allowed the ratchetness to implicate y'all by your mere silence. So this is a warning for you to stand up and start speaking against the evil and the things that you know to be evil. Now, the good women will understand this. The ratchet women will not. All right, so this is my warning. And this is basically what my mission is about and my videos about. So, with that said, let's get started. All right. The topic here is 10 reasons we can know that black women hate black children and men. And I'm not using this lightly. This is a conclusion that I've come to based on behavior, based on how the treatment and based on what's going on statistically, based on how the children are being raised, how many children are dying at the hands of black women, and if the white women do it too, that don't matter in this point. What white women do don't matter is because they're not the ones killing everybody in the black community. And they're not the ones that raise people to go against the commandments of the Almighty. Black women are. Black women made this choice. How do I know this? There was a woman, as you're reading. Um, First, let's say this. There's a reason that men are the rule over the women, and that is because of this. Women are easily deceived when they see any kind of monetary gain, gain of bling, meaning something that is appealing to her eye, or she gets the chance to usurp the authority of someone. All right, understand this. Women are always seeking to usurp the authority of someone. All right, now let me explain this about men. The reason why people watch football and men's sport, because men don't usurp authority. Men don't usurp position. Now, if a man believes he could play quarterback and shows himself to be able to play quarterback, all the people that can't play quarterback will not try to destroy him in the position of quarterback. The quarterback do not that can't run do not try to be the running back. They slide. They're not trying to take the hits. Now you have a team of women, whether they could be quarterbacks or not, they don't care. If they see that quarterback is a desired position or a higher position in their minds, they're going for it. And they will destroy anything in their path to try to get that position, even though they might not be as good as the person in the position. I'll say this about pickup basketball. Brothers, when we go and play pickup basketball, the guy that handles the ball the best, he's automatically been the guard, right? Now, he might think he's a shooter and he'll shoot, right? But he's not going to be fighting underneath if you got a guy that's taller than everybody else and can dunk. He's going to be dishing and dunking because the goal is to win. It's why dudes pass in pickup basketball. Otherwise, it would be 1-on-4 every time somebody touched the ball, and the both individual teams and the individual men would be fighting each other for the ball, but they don't. They come together cohesively as a team. People just fall in the roles of whatever they're good at, and they work together as a team. Women don't work together good as teams, and this is why they always seek to usurp authority. And so, in order to counteract this, the Almighty made the man the rule over the woman, made the husband the rule over the woman. And understand this, rule over, because of why she took the fruit. Remember, go back to Genesis and start at 3 and start at the first verse and read. You will understand that the reason that the woman ate the fruit is because she saw that it could make her wise and she could be like God. The man wasn't interested in being like God, and it was appealing to her. So that was her thing. She wanted to be like God. The man was content having everything. The woman having everything was not content. Now, what happened to the man? He hearkened. Hearken means that he gave in to an argument. The woman took the fruit, ate it, gave in, argued with the man, and the man said, like we usually do, "Oh, dang, just shut up already and give me the fruit," to keep peace. And that's what that meant. Hearken means a long, drawn out argument where he got tired of hearing her mouth. Kind of how black men feel about black women today. Okay? Now, July 23, 2015, Janet Bloomfield published her findings in the report, right? Um, and this was to counter a lot of things that Melissa Harris Perry was doing. And Melissa Harris Perry is a feminist, which means she hates men. Yeah, she has a husband, but she has a husband to do to her will. She hates men. She might even like her husband, but she hates the rest of men is because her only goal is for women. Remember, all the black movements in the 50s and 60s of Black Panthers was all inclusive of black men and black women and children. All the movements currently that are run by black women are only include just black women. They'll get black men to come and join their movement to advance black women or the desires of black women, but it is not for the community as a whole, or it is not for the good of the community as a whole. Look at all the movements. Look at all the people writing books. Look at all the women. The one that went Stella Got Your Groove Back, or Color Purple, Terry McDaniels or whatever. Look at all these women talking about getting women into lesbianism. All right, understand this. The black modern day black women is seeking to destroy the black community, the men and the children, to where they're the only ones left, not realizing that to destroy the men and the children, you also destroy yourselves. But they don't care because they think they'll be able to make it with the white men. Why you think they're running around black women? They are 8% of the female population, but they're responsible for 70% of the weave purchases. All right. White women ain't buying that much. All the other women combined do not buy that much weave. So 8% of the population is outspending 92% of the population by 70%. Wrap your heads around that, fellas. Wrap your heads around that. All right. Black women to approach you is they're liars already. Because they're not real. That's not their hair. That's not their eyelashes. That's not their eyes. Be careful. That might not be their breast or booty either. So their whole makeup in today's generation is a lie, straight off the bat. All right. Now, she published that the black woman had a choice to choose husband or children. And she chose children, but she didn't choose children. And the choice shouldn't have been left up to her. If she's going to make children, the children should not be separated from that man. And we now see in 2015 the error of that way. All right. So basically, the black woman chose welfare over a family. The fruit that she was given this time that she took was, now, okay, we're not saying you could be like God, but you could be like the black man. And we will give you dominion over the children. And we don't care how bad you F the children up. We will still give you a free place to stay, some food stamps, and the more children you have, the more food stamps you get. Not the more money you'll get, but the more food stamps. Oh, and you can sell them on the black market, which is what most women did. Now, you can keep having babies by choosing the bottom of the barrel men, the thugs, so long as you're able to get rid of them when it's time for the inspection. But if you choose a man that is able to take care of you and his children, then you have to follow the leadership of that man. So that was the choice. The black women had a choice to follow the leadership of the government, who dictates what they do and don't do, or the leadership of a husband who does what's good for the house. The black women picked the government and the government policies and the government setups, and they stuck with them ever since, no matter how much it destroyed the community as a whole, and them and their spirit, to the point that we are starting to recognize that black women just plain old hate. All right. So I left this up there. Just read this, freeze it, and read it. All right. So let's continue. Okay. For the so-called good black women, and a lot of black men are telling you and have been telling you this. Pay attention. Black women, even when wrong, I mean dreadfully wrong, will not apologize or change her position. Um, will fight and double down on an argument, or they will leave and destroy the relationship. But the one thing they will not do is apologize. The reason that I've come to believe for this is they just want to win an argument at all costs. And whereas a man seeks resolution, which is why we argue, or information, or to get at a particular truth, women, the black woman, when they argue, seeks to win. Now, women argue, but the black women make everything an argument. When you ask the average black man about the argument of black woman, mostly all the black men will tell you that they argue to tear down. They will call your names, say your stuff is small, say you're dumb, say you ain't sh, say you're stupid. Oh yes, black women, especially when they're wrong, will double down, call you names, try to emasculate you. And then when that don't work, um, they make the relationship unbearable or sever it. They don't argue for resolution. They argue to win in their eyes. And what is winning is not coming to a resolution. It is to do what they want or for them to have the last word. So even if what they want is highly destructive to the family and everything, they don't care. Because to get into the argument, they're not seeking resolution then. They're seeking power and they're seeking to take the man down. Come on. There's a lot of us men know some choice names we've been called by black women in an argument. And for those of us that just don't put up with names and just walk away, a lot of women won't let you walk away. And they will be intent on destroying the relationship, and it does destroy the relationship, because sooner or later that man is going to strike back or leave you alone, sooner or later. Now, um I put a I got two clips coming up, and one is LeBron James, arguably the best player in the world as far as basketball, the leader when he was with the Heat. This is a clip when he was with the Heat. I want you to pay attention to this, and then I'll come back.
They argued. They had a pretty good argument earlier, frustrated over some defense. James really got in his face. But then a short time after this argument, yo, Rio, that's what they call Mario Chalmers. I was wrong, my bad.
That's great leadership.
So the greatest basketball player in the league, who can pick and choose pretty much within reason who gets to come play with him or not, apologize to a guy and says my bad because of his behavior. All right? We don't see this in black women. Now, I just wanted to show people that is because I am familiar with brothers apologizing all the time on the hoop court. Yo, my bad, man. Yo, my bad. You know, we'll say bump into each other. Yo, my bad. The only people that don't are little thuglets that's raised by these single black mothers that have the mind of their mothers. But gentlemen that grow into men, we often apologize. You know, it's like, what's up? And my bad. That's what we do. The only people that don't is these little thuglets that these black women are raising that shoot people over tennis shoes. All right. Now let's take a look at how the black woman responds. And this is what an apology looks like coming from a black woman. Except it don't come. This is kind of the double down effect. Right? They don't apologize. They do this.
Damn.
No ass gonna run.
Damn. 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 Damn.
As I end part one, I want y'all to see that this destruction, look at how destructive these black women are. This is what we're accustomed to seeing from black women. This doesn't matter if they have a degree or not. I meant to put the one up with the lady that worked in the White House as an advisor for Obama, who takes her boyfriend's gun and shoots it at him because he wouldn't give her the password in her phone. No, in his phone. So she wanted to look at his phone to see what he's doing, and he was a Capitol Police officer. So he's kind of Secret Service frontline that guards Capitol Hill. That's the senators and Congress people. You see what I mean? So these black women, oh, these aren't women with degrees. No, black women with degrees shoot you when they can't win an argument with your own gun. And they are just as stupid as these black women without degrees. In other words, when we saw the death thing with the police officer, look at how stupid that black woman was towards Don Lemon, when he was just making some sense by saying, let's see everything that happened. And she's a prosecutor. Think about how many black men she put in jail with that weave on and stuff and that stank attitude. Oh, y'all saw the chair incident where that police officer drug him out the chair. And y'all saw the CNN talking heads. And you saw her talking to the white police officer. How about the black woman during a council meeting that went off on another black man? These are women with degrees. So let's get an understanding. Most black women are foul. I don't care if they have a degree or not. They are not in line with what is right and what's wrong. They're only in line with about what they feel and what they want to do personally. They don't give a F about their children. They don't give a F about their black men. Period. All right, this is the end of part 1. We'll get into part 2, where they put the business all out there because they don't care. They hate.